Everyone, I'm here to do this reading for the lovely sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, today for this reading, we're going to use the ethereal visions for your reading. I do try to announce, but I sometimes forget the oracle cards. And somebody asked me about them the other day, and I thought I really do need to make sure I do. So we're going to take a card from the Gods and Titans guidebook. It's a Stacey DeMarco one. I have both of those. They're beautiful depictions on them. Before we go any further, though, my little spiel. So if you're a Capricorn, it's more than likely that you identify as a Capricorn if you have a sun sign in Capricorn. But actually, we have lots of elements in our signs. That is just one aspect. I don't know why Western astrology sort of focuses on the sun sign. A lot of the other astrology is a focus on the moon sign. But for you as a person, both sort of show different sides of your personality. So it might be that they're showing the side that you think you show to the world, whereas somebody else may see you completely differently. So good idea to find out about your planets. And if you want to do that, you can Google natal chart or birth chart, pop in the details of your birth. There's like a table to put it in. You'll need the place you were born and the date you were born. If you have the time you were born, you can get a more accurate reading in terms of getting your rising or ascendant, but you can still get a really good chart without that. If you go to some sites, they will let you download a free report, which means that you can go back and keep looking at it. But it's quite enlightening and quite fun to find out, what the planets meant when you were born. I still find it quite intriguing, especially when I go back and look at my own, because there are some aspects of it that sort of blow me away that they are so accurate. Okay, so on to, firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. If you're new on board, welcome. I'm more than happy to have you here with me, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We have a lovely community here, and a lot of people have been with me for the whole 5 years I've been on YouTube. I think it's 5 years this year, but I'm not sure. If you would like a personal reading with me, I am still taking personal readings over the Christmas break, but I won't be working Christmas Day, Boxing Day, or New Year's Day, but I will do readings in between all that. So please email me, because my website's not up and running at the moment. Email me at theaussiegoddess@gmail.com, and I'll send you a list of details on how to engage. If you are interested in joining me or taking up a membership or just supporting the channel, which is awesome, thank you, everything is in the box below. So please consider subscribing, consider joining the membership crew. All right, I think that's everything. So we've announced the cards. Let's see how we're going now, the reading. Beautiful cards, these. I say it doesn't matter if I use 10 different decks. The same cards are always going to come out. But when the same card comes out exactly the same as it did in the What's Cracking reading, that blows me away. So the Five of Wands was the first card out there too. So, oh, no, it was the Five of Swords that was first out there. Okay, Five of Wands, slightly different energy. Five of Wands talks about conflict. So it can mean you're having conflict with other people at work, within your family unit, friends, whatever, but there seems to be some sort of conflict going on. I find that this card mostly comes out when people are having their own conflicts. When you're trying to decide that you want to have a change of career, or you're fed up with, a certain, you always go to the same place for dinner and you want to try something new, and that conflict's there. If I go somewhere new, how do I know the food's going to be as good? Do I, take a chance? It could be some sort of conflict you're having around a relationship, a situation, a job. Maybe you're having trouble with somebody you're working with, but you're in conflict here. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups, similar energy to the What's Cracking again. It's quite interesting. Sometimes we can really push ourselves to the nth degree. And then we think we've done enough, we've pushed it enough, we don't want to do it anymore, we don't want to invest it anymore, and we think we're just going to pull out. And that point of pulling out is very difficult, especially for Capricorns, because we want to make sure we give it every possible advantage before we pull the plug. So when we're ready to pull the plug, that's it, we're done. And I don't know what other Capricorns are like, but once I'm done, I'm done. That's pretty much it, because I've put all the effort in, I've done all the thinking, I don't want to do it anymore. Once I decide it's done, it's done. But in this particular case, it's almost like the threshold is there and then a wish is granted. So something will turn around right at the last minute when you think that you've done enough and you're so confused about which direction to go in there. So I then have the Artist. Now, this is a deck that has, I think, 3 cards that aren't in other decks. So every time I see them, I think it's beautiful when they come up because they mean something more. So if you have had, this is a really good one. If you've been singing, dancing, painting, doing something artistic, I want to say to it, and it's just sort of out of the box, you're right on the verge of making it. You're right on the verge of bringing a wish in. Don't give up right now. Just give it a little bit longer. Something is about to turn here and you've got a wish coming true. If you are not so much an artist, the artist does represent that side of us that wants to create. We want to create something. It might be that you've been waiting for a promotion at work or a pay rise, or you've just been waiting for people to recognize your work. If this is a relationship, it might be that you've invested a lot of time and energy and the person is not sort of responding, and then they do. So whatever it is here, something is about to turn. You've got communication coming through here. I feel like you've almost given up on something. The Ten of Pentacles is here and the Sun. So I want to say to you, it's like living in the dark for a really long time and then someone opens the door. But you might have been toying with the door being open for a really long time, or whether you should even open the door, but then all of a sudden the door will just open, which says to me there's some sort of intervention coming. So it could be, for example, if it's a relationship that you're ready to pull the plug, you've done all you can do, and then the person comes in and says, hey, let's move in together, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And you completely have misinterpreted the signs because you've had certain expectations that really haven't gone in the direction you wanted them to. But whatever this is a change of events that's going to go in your favor. All right, so look at that. We have the Chariot coming straight out, being followed by the Four of Wands. And then we have the Eight of Swords, some similar cards to the other reading. Definitely King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. It's so interesting how the energies come through. So, you know, maybe in the What's Cracking, that the Capricorn energy comes through in that reading as well, or whatever I'm doing for the day. So I'm sort of picking up on Capricorn energy in the general reading as well as the Capricorn reading. There is definitely a commitment here that you have been worried about that's about to move forward. But again, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, or I'm not taking that away from it because it does look romantic to me. So the King of Pentacles for me is always the partner card. He is the person or the masculine person that you are about to commit to. The Eight of Swords tells me that there's a lot of thinking here that's unnecessary, almost getting into that victim mentality about maybe it's never going to happen, it might not move forward, I feel like I put in a lot of effort and nothing's been shown to me. But you do have the Four of Wands with the Chariot, and what that says to me is there is a commitment or stability on its way, quite possibly with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but I feel like that may be your energy there. So something is definitely coming towards you here. All right, so I have the Three of Swords coming through with the Four of Pentacles, which was in the other reading, and we have the Empress. In the other reading, we had the Emperor. I really feel like you've put a lot of energy into something that you are wondering whether to let it go, because you've got this sort of Four of Pentacles with the Three of Swords energy. And this to me is, I don't want to get to the point of this pain and suffering. I'd rather pull the plug now. But the Empress really tells me that you are ready to birth something new. You are ready to take something to the next level. You're definitely ready for commitment, love, having a baby, whatever it is, you're ready. But I feel like you're sort of holding back, thinking it's just not happening. We're just not moving forward. Why is this not happening? All right, let's just keep going. I've got the Strength card. Well, that's beautiful in itself. We do have the Five of Cups coming through, and then the Ace of Wands, which came out in the other reading. I love to see an ace in a reading, but when it comes out in that position, it just says to me it's all worthwhile because it's the last card in the reading. I'm just going to have a quick look back here because these readings are really quick this morning. The energy is so definite. So I have you deliberating. I feel like the conflict is here of, do I put this down? Do I let this go? You know, is something about to happen? You know, if it is, when is it going to happen? Because I've been waiting a really long time. Now, if you're waiting for someone to come towards you or someone to contact you, or you've been waiting a while for somebody to ask you out, for example, I feel like it's almost there. Whatever this is for you, it's almost there. I feel like a wish is about to be granted here. I feel, especially with this sort of energy, that you have been crafting something. So whether that's a relationship, in a job, in a business, you've been putting a lot of effort into creating something beautiful here. But whatever it is, there is a feeling here that somebody is about to communicate. So don't give up. That's self-sabotage. Don't give up on it. Because whatever it is, Ten of Pentacles and the Sun card are here, which says to me there is a huge abundance. It's like that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But I feel like for many of you, this is more than likely some sort of connection you've had with somebody or recently had with someone which has either stopped or has not gone anywhere. And I want to say to you, it is about to move forward. If we can get that Chariot going, it's moving in the right direction here. There's a brand new beginning. I feel like with the Strength card and that Five of Cups, perhaps somehow or another, you've kept going, you've been focusing on the past energy rather than looking forward. Perhaps you're about to start seeing forward more easily. But there is definitely a need to release and a need to let go. So let go for a new beginning. All right, so I have the Three of Cups coming through, celebrations with the Star. Very beautiful. And the Knight of Swords. Somebody's coming in with something to say. Whether this is, and it is part of your sort of path, but you have not been ready. So it may have been that you've been focused on what you're doing rather than just allowing the universe to just sort of move forward. There is a celebration coming as part of your sort of divine path. And I feel like somebody is bringing the news to you. So whether this is in work or whether it's in a relationship, you're about to get the answers that you seek. But honestly, it feels to me like you're about to chuck it in, give it up, let it go. I feel like letting it go might be a good thing, actually, to be honest with you. I feel like letting it go and allowing the universe, this was the reading for Capricorn, allowing the universe to do its thing, because I think it's all been sort of simmering in the background and is about to show its face here. All right, that card wants to, oh, look at this. We got the card of Thor, which is the card of action. Very, very interesting. I think these ones were in alphabetical order, if I remember. Yeah. Thor. The time is now past for waiting and inertia. Real action is necessary. Trust that you are protected and supported whilst you move forward. So, this is about, talks about the god Thor and his battles and his bravery. The funny part is, it says Thor captains a chariot pulled by two savage giant goats which streak noisily across the sky, causing the sound of thunder. And you had the chariot in your reading. So it says you can call upon Thor when you need some real action. He is a brilliant rut buster, someone who will forcibly make action happen. If you feel inertia, tiredness or frustration that things are not manifesting, call upon Thor and his mighty hammer to smash his way through. Yes, he is protective of his own. You can be knowing that Thor's might will shield you as you move forward into the unknown. Thor was also a poet. Isn't that interesting? Because you had the artist card there. Very interesting. So I want to say you can call on Thor. There is a prayer here. So if you Google Thor in that deck, you can get the full sort of write-up on what this is meant to be or whatever. But I feel like, quite honestly, it's just a matter of hanging in there. Things are definitely about to move forward. It's just you may be in a bit of a lull, but to me it makes me feel like you're about to give up. Don't. I feel like things are definitely about to change. Alrighty, well I'm going. I will do Aquarius tomorrow. Thank you.